Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. In the last episode, we were able to complete our sulfuric acid production. That entailed building another stone mine way down over there and setting up this water harvesting area as well. Got them all in, got our chemical plants built. Now the issue was that the stone belt that we were using to feed these chemical plants wasn't providing stone at a fast enough rate because I miscalculated in my head the speed of the belt. I misremembered what speeds the belts were at, and I thought that the 16 per second would be fine on one of the tier 2 belts, but no, did not. So I went ahead and went back to Mintaka 2 and set up a little production chain to make Mark III belts. So Mark III belts are now being produced there. So we now have access to all of the different types of logistics systems here, I guess you could say, the conveyors and the sorters. So that's all, available in theory. Not being produced very quickly, but it is being produced. And I don't think we're going to need these Mark III conveyors very often, and I'm going to try and use my belts a little more efficiently. So, go ahead, put them in, and so everybody's being fed. That tank is now full. All these tanks are full. Now, we were also having a bit of a power issue. I have worked to resolve that a little bit. I put in some thermal power stations. I'm feeding them the overflow of the hydrogen tanks and the oil tanks by using a prioritization here on this splitter. So it'll prioritize sending the oil to the chemical plants because that is what it's for. And if there's any excess or overflow, it will head over to the power generators. The other thing I also did was I brought over more solar panels and put them in. I've actually started another row because if you're doing like the strip around the equator, there still is a theoretical limit as to how much power you can generate at any one time. In order to generate more, you have to kind of go north-south rather than east-west. East-west just allows your power generation period to last longer. But it seems that everything is filled up, so nothing is actually running, and our power requirements are very low at the moment. So we're actually fine. But once we get our titanium alloy production, all this is going to turn back on and power is going to drop again. So we'll have to see. Speaking of alloy production, we are ready to start that, I do believe. Because we have our steel, we have our titanium, and we have our sulfuric acid. So we should be good to go ahead. We just need to put down 12 of these guys, which I should have made ahead of time. But I didn't, because I'm silly. But I have most of the materials needed, so it's just going to take about a minute till they're done. In the meantime, we can start putting belts in. Now, actually, we need to figure out how much these things are actually going to require. So if we're doing 12 of these, right, that will produce 4 per second. We're going to consume 4 per second. Yeah, it's going to be, this should be per second. So 8 per second, 4 per second, 4 per second. So, we can use these belts for steel and for titanium. We can use these belts for sulfuric acid. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that started. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that right here. All right, you guys can run down there. And I think I'm just going to use a single blue sorter. Should be more than capable of filling out that belt. All right, good. Now, we need to come off of here. Now, I'm looking at this going, what would be the best way to do this? We only need, was it 6 per second? 4 per second. But these belts can do 12, which means we can send 4 per second towards the smelters, and then 6 to the logistics system. Or we could do 30 per second coming out of this thing. And yeah, let's rework this belt. All right, we're gonna rework this feed belt because we're gonna have a double duty. We're just gonna rework the whole thing. Okay. We're going to use these belts. What, 6? This 30 per second. It's like, I would need how much? I need 5 of those, I think, to be able to fully load one of these belts. I can do that. I can do that. I think we go to 3, right? 3 is... What are you doing here? No, hold on. Can we go above it? I can go above it. Can I go below it? If I back it up a little bit, I probably could. Yes. Okay. And then let's use one of these. All right, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just go full 6. Okay. We'll throw one of you. I backed it up a little bit. Maybe. Yes, that works. Okay. Then we can run one of these belts into... Come on. Into there. Okay, and then run these belts up to and along there. Well, actually, the better way to do this would be... I have to remind myself this is not Factorio. I don't have to worry about accidentally picking up my drones. Alright, we'll bring you up. And then bring you down. Like that. Because I am then... Oh. We need to do the same thing here. Yes. Let's see, where would be the... We would want to come through there. That's not going to work. So we don't want to come through there. I'll make sure I don't fill up too much. And I do want to keep some stone on me, but I don't want to be too crazy about it. Alright, come up. Get across there and then come down. Okay, good. And then you... come through here. And we should have our dozen smelters. Okay. And you're going to be making titanium alloy. There we go. Now, in theory, we're making this at what, 4 per second? Right, which means these belts should be fine. I'll go with just a standard sized container. These do what? 3 per second per grid? We're actually going to need to do a little bit more than that. In terms of the inputs. I think. No. They'll be fine. Though... yeah, by the time we get out here, it might be too slow. So, for inputs... we can do these for the close ones. Which I've got to, wait a minute, why aren't we getting... yeah, it is making it through. Okay. And then we'll go blue ones for the rest of these. Oh. Ah. Crud. Got those on the wrong belts. Wait a minute. Oh, I hooked up to the wrong thing. I hooked up to the ore, not the... oh. Poo. Ah, I screwed that one up. Wrong box. Somebody's probably yelling at their monitor saying you're getting the wrong box. Yep. All right, I can take this titanium ore back to the other planet and throw it into a smelter there. It'll be fine. But it does kind of stink that I now have to remove all this belt because I don't think I have any way of taking anything off belts in this game. Oh, I can just do that and I'll just take out the belt. Oh, okay, very nice. At least that's easy. But I still will need to do the same thing, and we will need 1, 2, 3, I believe. We do want the 1, 2, 3. And then we'll want to come down to there, and then come down to there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at this going. Why isn't it actually smelting anything? It's like, oh, it's wrong stuff. All right, take 2. Up a level, get around the corner, come down a level, then run this belt through there. And then we'll need to replace that. Now we are running. Perfect. Now, this line will run back this way. Might have to eventually rework this belt, but for now it'll be fine. We're gonna tuck in under there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna say titanium alloy is gonna be remote supply, local demand, I guess. If I set up any kind of local logistics system, which in theory I might at some point. Only one of those is going to be needed. Now, are we getting everything that is needed all the way to the end? It looks like we are. Supply rates are good. All the belts here look good. We are discharging a lot. But yeah, because that has fired a lot of stuff up. These guys are starting to all come online. Accumulators discharging. 25 megawatts. Energy accumulated. 5.5 gigajoules. The question will be, will those accumulators be to last until sunrise? Well, there is sunrise. And then will solar panels be able to take over completely without... Ooh. There goes logistic ship. It looks like it's getting there. Yep. We are starting to recharge. Then we'll have to see over several days worth if it's able to recharge enough that it charges more during the day than it consumes at night. That would be the question. All right. So, our titanium is done. So that means we now need to start making these things. Information matrices, which means we need to make these guys, which means we're going to need silicon and copper. And we're going to need this stuff, which is more silicon. And carbon nanotubes. And plastic. Ooh. Plastic. Graphite. And oil. And we're going to need these. So we need to start getting silicon processing going, which is the next planet. There's going to be silicon processing. And we're going to need to probably bring over crude oil there as well. Which means I'm going to need more ships. I need more of these. I'm going to need more oil wells. And we're going to need to feed those into the logistics system. I think that this is probably going to consume more than we're producing. Oh, definitely is going to consume more than we're producing. All right. Well, let's just start doing some planning here. It's kind of the final thing in the episode. Just figure out what we're going to want to do exactly next. All right. So Mintaka 4. This is where we're going to do our silicon processing. It does have 2.2 million coal. So that does mean that I can make the plastic there. We also have carbon nanotubes that we need. Which means we're going to need graphene and titanium. Graphene is made from the sulfur... Oh, fire ice. I think that's what that is. No, we don't have anything like that here. So if I want to make the components... What do I want to make where? That's sulfuric acid. Do I know what's even here? Collectible fire ice. We can get it there. Very, very interesting. That could simplify matters. What I would just need to do is get Gas Giant's exploitation, which I can get. And maybe we need to build one of these, which shouldn't be too hard. And then we would put that in orbit around the gas giant. And I think that the interplanetary logistics towers can collect from them. Okay. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go back to Intaka 2. And I think we're going to need to set up some more oil harvesting. Set up some more oil harvesting, get that into the logistics system. Get some more ships into that system. And start thinking about putting some on. I'm saying, thinking about getting some harvesters in orbit of Mintaka 1, because that could get what we need. Simplify some things. Yes. So, first off, we need to find more crude oil. We have one here, we have one there, we have one there, there. We got lots of crude oil available still. Now, the issue is going to be getting this supplied to a place that makes sense. So I think you give me one more of those. No. Actually, give me 10. Oh, 9 more of them. What did that do? That consumed a bunch of stuff. How many oil extractors can I make? I'm gonna need 4, I believe. Yes. Alright, let's burn off all this oil I kind of accumulated for myself. Also, actually, all this excess ore I picked up can get dumped in there. I want to make sure that, yeah, warpers are required. Right. Another thing we need to kind of figure out is this. Recipe graphene advanced. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I make the graphene, and then I can take the graphene and titanium and turn it into those nanotubes. Then we can bring down that. I can figure out how we're going to make the plastic, which we might make the plastic there. We'll have to see. We're making plastic here. The problem is, I just can't supply it with enough stuff. Might have to resolve that issue. I'll have to see what the options are there. How are we doing over here as far as this coal? 700,000. Yeah, we should be alright for a little while. We probably still have unexploited coal deposits as well we can use. Okay, I'm formulating an idea. I'm gonna have to do some work off screen, primarily to get some of the logistics stations built because they just take forever to assemble. Yeah, we'll get to work on this project when we come back for next episode. So for now, we'll stop here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.